Hello, my beautiful backdrop here. I'm hiding in my room because it's quiet. So, as always, you get a realistic view of things and not the fancy, perfect view. I have one more video that I'm gonna make of the kind of vlog style. Didn't really work out as well as I wanted it to. I wanted to have like taping everything while I was there, but it got busier and busier as the trip went on, and the baby needed my attention more and more. So I got less clips. So this is gonna kind of be a compilation of the last 3, I think, days that we were there. So I'll do a little bit of explanation for what you're seeing, and then we'll wrap up the trip videos. Yes, I am sitting on the floor in my bedroom. So the next day we went to Hollywood Studios. We did kind of an off day. So my brother and my husband went to the parks in the morning and did a bunch of like the big rides, the roller coaster, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, went to Star Wars Land and all that kind of stuff. And my dad and the baby and I hung back and had kind of a relaxing day. We ended up doing more than I had planned on, but we had like some time to go shopping. We got some souvenirs that we had been wanting to get. We took it easy. He had a nap in the hotel room, so we had a kind of relaxing morning. Next day, we went to Magic Kingdom again. This was kind of like a catch-up day, so some of the stuff that we didn't get to do the first day, we tried to do this day, but we also weren't trying to push it, so we weren't trying to do anything too crazy or too much. We did Small World, which was really cute. I was worried because it's kind of a long ride, so if he didn't like it, we were stuck on the boat for a long time, but he actually did like it, so that was really cute, and he was like looking around at everything and kind of jumping up and down, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that is Don Quixote. These are drunk who fought windmills.
Went on Carousel of Progress with him. I don't think I got any videos of that, but we took him on that ride. And then we went on the People Mover, which again, he enjoyed kind of looking around at things, jumping up and down. He liked when he could stand like on the ground and we would kind of let him bend his legs and move around. Obviously, you can't do it on every ride, but it worked okay on this one.
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop. Transfer to green and red line.
Then we went to the Monsters, Inc. laugh floor. He wasn't as big of a fan of that. He doesn't really like the shows because I think he doesn't really look at screens very much, like TV screens and stuff. He's not really interested in them, which I guess is a good thing. But he wasn't really into that because it's just like a screen. So we just kind of stood in the back with him. My husband did and kind of moved and rocked around with him and stuff. So we were able to still see the show, but he wasn't as into it.
Monster World, there are a few things you should know. Like if I said,
This first one is from, let's see, Lisa in Long Island, and Lisa says, what do you call a cow with no legs? Everybody say what? Ground beef.
those are the big highlights from Magic Kingdom. We actually went back early, my husband, the baby, and I, to the hotel. We did dinner just there. We weren't trying to stress ourselves out with doing dinner out again. And then my dad and my brother went back and did the dinner reservation that we had originally all planned to go to, but we just went back. We weren't trying to put him through that because he had already been freaking out, and we just wanted to have a relaxing time. So we got food back in the room and just hung out and let him roll and kick around. And then we ended up going swimming that night so that he could have fun in the pool. And I didn't get any footage of that, but he enjoys the pool time. So that was Magic Kingdom. Then our last full day there, we did EPCOT again. We did a half day of EPCOT in the beginning, like when we first got there and our plane landed in the afternoon and all that. We went to EPCOT. This was our first full day at EPCOT. And we did a lot of food and wine festival stuff. So lots of like eating and drinking, and well, not really drinking. I had like half of a wine flight the whole time we were there. So lots of water and lots of food. We took a break halfway through the day. He seemed to do well with that. He liked having the breaks, I think, because it was kind of a long day having him be in the parks and the stroller and in the heat and all that. And this day was really hot. I don't know if it was actually hotter, but it just felt a lot hotter, a lot more humid, and a lot less breeze, and just the sun like beating down on you. So we took a break for a while at the hotel. I think it rained again in the afternoon, and we went back. He did do the Mexico ride, so like the little boat ride that they have in Mexico. He did that. He liked it. I think he was getting a little antsy at the end. He didn't like it as much as Small World, but he still liked it. Again, we broke like up or off in the group, and my dad and brother and husband all went to go ride the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. I'm not big on rides. I don't like big roller coasters or anything, so I sat that one out and stayed with the baby. And it was supposed to start raining, so I tried to find a place inside, and he was like, had so much energy, and it was hard to contain him in the tiny booth that we were sitting in. But then we did some food. I went back to the hotel. I don't even know if I got pictures of the food. If I did, I'll put them in, but we got some good stuff. If you guys are interested in the Food and Wine Festival and you want to hear some of the food that we had and some of like my reviews on it, I could even get my dad's opinion and my husband and brother's, but let me know. I can do something like that. I don't actually know how much longer it's running for. It might be over actually, but I can let y'all know. And that was the end of our time. After we went to EPCOT, the next morning our flight left, which ended up being perfect timing because it was a really big Hurricane Ian that came the very next day after we left. So our plane left at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, and then the airport closed down at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. So it's really good that our flight was the day that it was and not a day later, because we would have been stranded in Florida without a hotel room or anywhere to go or any way to get back home because we didn't have a car or anything like that. So very thankful that it worked out the way it did and that we were all safe and home. And the flight wasn't delayed or any issues with that. Overall, it was an awesome trip though. I'm so glad that we got to go and we got to bring the baby and have him experience Disney World for the first time. Obviously, he won't remember much of it, but hopefully from little videos like this and the gazillion pictures that I took while we were there, he'll be able to remember some of it. And obviously, we'll bring him back again when he can remember some more of it. But I know, at least for me, it was really nice to be able to bring him and just have those memories of going to Disney and just being there with my baby. It was just so cool. So I'm so thankful that we got to do that and excited for when we get to do it again. I am going to do a video about the stroller that we used and try to show you some of the cool features that we had and the way we set it up. I watched a few of those before we left to figure out how I wanted to set it up, and I found that really helpful. So I'm going to try to talk about what we did. And then I also want to do a video about items we brought with us that I thought was helpful, and the items that we brought with us that I thought wasn't helpful and we didn't even end up using. So that, again, if you're traveling, you can have some ideas of what you could bring or skip or whatever, because there's some stuff that I thought we totally would use and then we didn't, and some stuff that I was like, yeah, we'll bring this, and then we ended up using it a lot. So working on both those videos. Stay tuned, but thanks for watching these videos, and I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.